Cheer, cheer the red and the white, honour the name by day and by night. Lift that noble banner high, shake down the thunder from the sky. Whether the odds be great or be small, Swans will go in and win overall. All our loyal sons are marching onwards to victory.
For coming along to today's inaugural Vietnam Swans ANZAC Friendship Match.
This is the most significant ANZAC Day match that we can play. Also, today is much about Vietnam 2010, a wonderful country that invites us and allows us to stay here having an incredible time. Today, we wear two armbands, we remember two lots of people, and there is one relationship, and we hope that our match here today helps develop that relationship between two strong friends, Australia and Vietnam.
Ladies and gentlemen, we were very fortunate to have two Australians who served in Vietnam during the conflict here assist us with the voting for the Granlund and Morris medal, the inaugural awarding of which will go to the best player in today's game and in all matches played on ANZAC weekend between the Vietnam Swans and themselves. Can I bring onto the stage our special veterans, Kevin and John, to present the medal to the best on ground today.
Thanks guys for a terrific entertaining game of football. It really was good, and the spirit, the manner in which it was played is absolutely wonderful. Couldn't ask for anything better than the close result we got. And of course when you come down to the final voting and pick a player out, traditionally all they dictated that it comes from the winning side, but of course when you've got a game that say close, you don't have to stick to that. So we decided the outstanding player for the match was number 4 for the side on Swans, McMillan.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank the kids from the local orphanage who came down to join us today. A wonderful cause supported by many people down here in Vung Tau. Well worth your time finding out. Ladies and gentlemen, give the kids away.
Hey!
Unbelievably, that concludes the official proceedings today.
Because I know you've got nothing else to do, can we please have a great round of applause for both teams?
Go All-Stars! Go All-Stars!
I'd like to introduce the Australian Consul from the Australian Consulate General in Ho Chi Minh City, Miss Felicity Sims, to address us.
Welcome to the 3rd annual ANZAC Friendship Weekend. I feel honoured to be representing the Australian Government at this event that commemorates the long-standing friendship between Australia and Vietnam. And it's also a great opportunity to raise funds for two very important organisations, the Vung Tau Orphanage and Swim Vietnam. And I do encourage you to give generously today. But this event is also a symbolic reminder of the tragedy of war. On Wednesday, Australians and New Zealanders will pause and remember the sacrifice that so many of our compatriots have made. And the dawn service will be an opportunity for us to pay our respects and to and to be grateful for the selfless sacrifice that so many people have made. The Australian ambassador in China has asked me, Frances Adamson, has asked me to pass on her best wishes for the game, as has Australia's Consul General here in Ho Chi Minh City, John McMillan. And so I would like to thank Phil Johns, the Vietnam Swans, and all of the supporters of this great event, as well as the China Reds for coming down to play. And here's to a great match. Go Swannies!
The National President of the Vietnam Swans, Phil Johns.
Thank you very much to the China Reds and to all of you people here today. From all of the Vietnam Swans, a very, very warm and generous welcome to all of you. When you arrive at Tullamarine Airport and you go through immigration, you hit the baggage carousel and you turn to the right, on the wall is a big wall mounting about ANZAC. And it says, ANZAC is not merely about loss, it's about courage and endurance and duty and love of country and mateship and good humour and the survival of a sense of self-worth and decency in the face of dreadful odds. Today, this afternoon, we will see some of those qualities in some measure displayed out there on the football field. But of course, it will not be in the face of those dreadful odds. Today we honour the lost lives, but very importantly, today we celebrate the present and we look forward to the future. And we look forward to a great game of Aussie rules on the Lord Mayor's Oval, the Vung Tau dog track. Go the Reds! Go the Swannies!
Cheer, cheer the red and the white, honour the name by day and by night, lift that noble banner high, shake down the thunder from the sky, what though the odds be great or be small, Swans will win and win overall, all the loyal sons are marching onwards to victory!
Great win, boys!
Ron would prefer simply to hand over the shield to the winning coach and captain of the Vietnam Swans. Which means you, Dukes. Come on up.
Yeah. Nick Phil's tailors.
Phil, Fabuloso Johns, and Sammy and all the boys that have been involved organising this down here. It's a huge show, and as you can see, it's smoothly ran, and yeah, very well done. Thanks, Phil, and all the boys organising it. Also, just make and it shouldn't be a quick mention because that's why we're here. To the Vietnam vets, I just met Kenny and Ian. And there's quite a few others that are here, and yeah, we're very thankful for what you've done for us in the past, and yeah, we're happy to put on a bit of a show for you today, so thanks for coming.
To the China Reds, thank you very, very much again for making the tour to Vietnam. It is absolutely magnificent to have you guys here and being part of our ANZAC Friendship Weekend. It's all good. To the veterans, Swannies and friends, thank you also for coming along today. It's a really big weekend for us. Today, we're trying to do something special. We've got the football match. The match hangs off ANZAC Day, which falls on Wednesday, and we're wanting to reach out in different ways. Tonight is the McMillan dinner. For the first time we've called it that, named after Kev McMillan, who's been a great friend of the Vietnam Swans. He's also been over here during the war. He's come back, he's helped out setting up charities and doing a lot of good work. And Peter Taylor will be speaking just after me. And now, to kick off the inaugural Middleton address, I'd like to welcome to the microphone Peter Taylor, very good friend of Kev McMillan. Peter Taylor.
Well, welcome everybody here tonight. The Swannies, the China Reds. What a hard game of football today in this heat. I just want you all to know it is a big honour for me to do the inaugural Middleton report, or whatever it's called. Kev McMillan is a man come along. He's been my best mate for 40 years. Everybody finds some man someday, or some friend someday, that sticks with him through thick and thin. Kev and I were like that. Kevin had 2 tours of Vietnam during the war, one with 6 RAR and one with the Australian training team. And I keep joking to Kevin, I said, you're the only bloke in the Australian training team never got a VC. And he said, I was too busy out in the bush to write the report up. He's a really lovely man, he loved his Swannies. Right up till I came over here about 4 days ago, 22 days ago, Kev was saying I still might make it. And he had his sons lined up to come with him, and about 80 of his veteran friends were coming over, and Kev was going to take them out on the tour. But he's, I'm going to use a bad word, he's fuck mate, I can't do it. Kevin now is in hospital. He won't come out of hospital. His illness has travelled right through his whole body. But all he said to me at that last breakfast we had before we got on the plane, he says, give the Swannies all my best, mate. Yeah, Kev and myself too were at the inaugural game here at Vung Tau. Kev put a lot of work into, as far as looking after the guys, a few tours and stuff like that. Got hauled into picking the best and fairest, and Kev's a rugby league man like me. He said, how do you pick the best and fairest? I said, whoever gets the most kicks, I think. But he went through it all, and but he's very esteemed to be a friend of the Swannies, and so am I, by the way. They've put on a very, very good match again today. The friendship that has gone, like amongst you all, you gentlemen, and ladies of course, but whether you're playing for China or playing for Swannies, you're playing for a bloody good cause for the ANZAC thing. I'm not going to say any more because I'm going to get in trouble. My mate Kev was a bit of a villain. Some of the things that he used to do and I used to do, but no matter what, if he was in trouble, he was there to back me up and vice versa. He's a lovely, lovely man, and I just wish to Christ we could change something, but we can't. Thank you all very much.
Yeah, so we're with Pete Taylor. Now Pete, you've got a bit of a history with Vietnam. I believe you served back in, was it, what year was that?
69-70.
69-70, and so what was it like for you back then?
Well, we're all young and bulletproof and all that, very well trained. Looking forward to coming here. 5 minutes after we got here, we said we should be back in Australia. We're very happy. Very big experience, not as much as Kevin. But Kevin, he had 2 tours over here. Ian, one with Six Raft, one with the Australian training team. He's the only bloke in the training team that never got a VC. He loved that.
So what was your okay, so your first meeting with Kev McMillan, because we're here at a gala dinner tonight, which is a bit of an honour of Kev. So what's your first contact with Kev, and how's your friendship been since then, and what can you tell us a little bit about Kev?
Well, about 40 years ago I was working at a club in Canberra called the Burns Club, and every Wednesday the soldier would come in. He had 3 stripes, I think he did, and introduced himself as Kev McMillan. I said, oh, what are you doing here in the middle of the day? We were in the army. He said, oh, it's sports. So I come in to play the poker machines and play pool. That's my sporting day. From that moment on, we've been good mates, well over 40 years now.
I love Martha.
I would say he's the best mate I've ever had anywhere. I love him dearly, and I'm pretty upset about what's happening at the moment. Kevin's been trying to get me over here for 15 years, 10 years, how long he's been coming back. And finally in 2005 he talked me into coming, and when he took me to the car park at Thompson, he put me in a taxi. Once again I was ready to go home. He said it gets better when you get out of the car park. So then we spent one night in Saigon, come to Vung Tau. 2 days later I was ready to go home, and Kev started showing me around the place and looking after me, and took me out of the battle scenes and stuff like that. And it's the greatest thing I've ever done, and I can't thank Kevin enough for doing that for me. Now, Kevin, like I said, had been here longer than me, but I sort of spent more time here, and we started off the Vung Tau Veterans and Friends Children's Fund, and Kev is the secretary. I'm still the president, but he was the greatest help we had. He's so good with red tape and all that, and he's very successful in what we've done. We're working on our 3rd school now, and Kevin had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, so you know, having the gala dinner under his name, you know, it's a bit of an honour for Kev. So Kev would be really chuffed about that. Now, if you're going to say anything to your mate, because this will be beaming back to Kev at some stage, is there anything you want to say to Kev, like from mate to mate, or just you're here on the night, it's an honour of Kev, can you explain to Kev what the night looks like, or, you know, it's...
Yeah, mate, I know you really want to be here, your heart's in the sweat, you love the Swannies, they love you too, mate, don't worry about that. Put this dinner on for you.
All of it.
I'm about the ball. Mate, exactly what was written up in the book about that you wrote, about the friendship and all that, it's all here, mate.
Have you ever tried a mouse?
It would have been such an honour for you to be here with your boys. I don't want to upset you, but we miss you, mate. Wish you were here.
And I think it's fair to say too that his legacy's going to live on regardless of whether Kev's with us or not.
Oh, mate, you're a Swannie for life, I think.
But they live on the coconut.
All right, thanks a lot, Pete.
Thank you very much. See you, Kev.
The missing very...